a century, the Waco Hippodrome Theater has stood as a downtown home for ever-changing forms of entertainment. The idea for the Waco Hippodrome emerged in the early 20th century when a group of local businessmen, led by Thomas Finnegan, hired architects Roy E. Lane of Waco and Dallas architects Otto Land and Frank Witchell to design a structure dedicated to live performances in cinema. They broke ground in 1913 on what was to become an iconic piece of the city's architecture. On February the 7th, 1914, Wacoans gathered at 724 Austin Avenue and paid 10 cents a ticket to view the grand opening of the Hippodrome Theater. It featured a live Seul act, a magic show, and the live orchestra performance. This photograph displays the Hippodrome Theater's original facade with classic detailing. The theater sign advertises 10-cent tickets, and posters in the windows advertise The Seawolf, a 1920 silent film based upon a novel by Jack London. The Hippodrome was well known in its day for its elaborate displays of films being shown, as is evident in this 1924 movie, The White Rose. In the 1925 movie, The Mark of Zorro, starring and directed by Douglas Fairbanks, and Zane Grey films, which were popular attractions depicting and romanticizing the American West. In 1928, a production booth fire destroyed much of the forward portion of the building and brought about some serious changes. Louis Dent of Southern Enterprises reopened the theater in 1929 with a new, redesigned Spanish colonial revival-style facade, and cool air conditioner greeted the moviegoers along with a new name, the Waco Theater. The Waco Theater continued the Hippodrome's tradition, serving as a prominent figure in the Texas entertainment industry. Big-name performers such as Duke Ellington, Cab Calloway, and Fanny Brice performed there in the 1930s and drew large crowds to the movie theater. Elvis Presley once caught a show at the Waco Theater during his time stationed at Fort Hood. Down through the years, the theater underwent several renovations. The Waco Theater continued bringing entertainment to the Waco area until it played its last movie on December 15, 1974, before closing its doors due to poor attendance and the closing of Austin Avenue to traffic and making it a walking outdoor mall. The theater sat vacant for over 13 years until the Junior League of Waco, the Cooper Foundation, and local volunteers banded together in the 1980s to undertake a restoration project, leading to the reopening of the Waco Hippodrome Theater on February the 28th, 1987. They had it listed on the National Register of Historic Places. But the steady popularity of suburban theaters kept attendance low, and maintenance for the historic structure proved too costly for fundraisers to maintain. Sadly, the theater closed again in 2010. Local developers Shane and Cody Turner purchased the property in 2012 with a vision for the structure while retaining the building's historic look. The brothers added a wall to the second story to allow two films to be shown at once and renovated the second floor lobby into a bar. They reopened the Hippodrome in November 2014. Their adaptive reuse of the historic structure, offering modern moviegoers a variety of entertainment options, including a mix of first release and classic films, live theater, and concert, that will ensure the Hippodrome will remain a centerpiece of Waco's entertainment scene for years to come, and will remain haunted by the ghosts of the past for longer than that.
My experience was I was here washing dishes right here, pretty much, and I was just felt like something was watching me. I was just doing my business, washing all my dishes, and I just turned around to take a quick look, and I just seen some black figure, tall, very tall guy, standing over me, just watching me. And honestly, I just grabbed my trash bag and took off running downstairs. I was scared.
Okay, this is Mike. I'm here with Colton, and he's going to explain to you what happened up here with these glasses. Colton, if you will.
Within the first week of me being hired, I was sitting at that location at the bar, and there were two glasses on the same rack in line with each other. They both were pushed off of the rack The second one hit the back bar. The first one cleared the edge and did not hit the back bar, and they both landed on the floor and did not break.
Now, the floor is tile,
Yes.
and it's hard, so they didn't break it off. So could it have been any kind of, anything in here that could, I mean, this is
It's-
pretty
yeah.
steady.
It's
Nothing-
possible that there may have been a vibration, or sometimes the way these stack in there, the lips will overlap just slightly. I don't believe that was the case because of the force that the first glass was.
Well, I mean, it has to have, I mean,
Yeah.
that's at least that far that thing had to fly off. So what do you think it was?
I think something pushed it.
Like in some thing,
Or someone, I'm not sure.
someone you can't see?
Yes.
All right, I appreciate it, thank you. Okay, this is Mike, and I'm up here with Colton again in the kitchen. He had a strange experience up here, and I'm going to turn it over to him and let him tell you a little bit about what happened.
So we had an incident with the new construction where the fire alarms were inadvertently set off and the power to the building had been shut down. After we evacuated the building, after we determined that it was not an emergency, we began cleaning and shutting down as normal. There were 3 servers in the bar, including myself. All 3 of us heard voices coming from up in the kitchen, but we were all under the impression that everyone from upstairs had left already, so I came upstairs to just see who was still up there. The power was off, there was no light up here, but there was a very dim light being cast from the emergency lighting in the stairwell, and I saw a shadow of a figure in a black shirt leaning over the fire right here. And whenever the strobe light on the fire alarm would flash, there would be no shadow. And then when the strobe would turn off, the shadow would return.
Okay, when you said you heard voices, could you tell what they were saying? Could you tell if they were male or female?
They were pretty loud male voices. It sounded about like 3 voices.
Did it sound like they were arguing or just
It
talking?
sounded like a heated conversation. It wasn't. I couldn't hear words. I didn't know what they were saying, but it sounded almost like an argument.
Okay, this is Mike up here in the dining room, and I'm here with Colton, and he wants to tell you a little story about this mirror here. So I'm going to hand it over to him.
So it was the end of the shift. I had just finished cleaning this entire dining room, and I left work. I went out to get in my car, which I was parked across the street down here. I just got in, sat down, and I glanced up through this window, and I saw a figure in black, in a black shirt, that entered from the door, came about halfway down the mirror, and then turned around and went back into the other room. So I came back up and asked the bartender, who was still up here, if anyone had been in the room, and he said no one had come in up to the 2nd floor since I had left.
Hello everyone, this is Jeffrey, and
I'm Joey.
and we're here tonight at the Waco Hippodrome. Fantastic history. This building has been here about 105 or so years. It's been rebuilt and refurbished. Most specifically, there was a fire here in the first decade or so that it was open. There's been several renovations to change things around. We have had an opportunity to look around beforehand because this is such a big area. In fact, Elizabeth and I have split. There's another team, Cindy and Becky are together with her, and Mike, myself, and Joey are here.
I'm one of the managers here, and when employees have experiences, they obviously come to me because it's very interesting to me. So there's been many experiences, especially in the last 6 months with all of the renovations going on. It's really heightened the experiences.
So here we are up in the bar. A lot of background noise from the ice maker, the refrigerator, and some of the other equipment back behind the bar. We're going to try and deal with that by putting ourselves away from that. When I came through this area, I felt a lot of noise, a lot of sound. When Elizabeth and I first presented ourselves to the building, we didn't feel anything. I had a little bit of electric shock going through my body, a little bit of a vibration. We walked in and immediately Elizabeth and I both looked up in the lobby to the left, and we saw the outline, the shape of two people standing at the head of the stairs. Elizabeth went into the ladies' room, and there was some rattling of the trash can, and the toilets flushed by themselves. Same thing happened for all the ladies in our group tonight that went to the facility. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up over here in this corner. And what we're going to do is put the recorder up. And we've got a K2. We're just here to investigate some things that have been happening to the staff and some things that we've encountered ourselves. So we just want to know, is there anybody here right now? Any spirit person? We have this little device right here. It's got a green light on it. If you get close to it and touch it, see, when I touch it, nothing happens, but when you touch it, you can make it light up. And we'd like to make it light up all the way to the red. There's other things we can do to help you get started. Probably the simplest is for you to just try and set this machine off. Can you do that for us? Can you touch that green light? Is there a lady present? Is there a gentleman present? Joey, maybe they'll be more inclined to answer questions as they came from you since you work here.
Is the young lady here that reached out to me on my walkie? Is the gentleman here that our staff has seen 2 or 3 different times? Who was it that knocked off the popcorn bucket upstairs in the kitchen?
So we have another thing that we can do that can help bring more focus to your voices. This is a regular old radio, and we're going to scan the channels while you answer our questions. And what we are hoping to do is this technique will allow you to use your energy interfaced with the energy from the radio to speak.
When you're looking for the one store you can trust to have the exact battery you need right when you need it, whether it's for your car, riding mower, motorcycle, laptop, smartphone, watch, plus light bulbs for lamps, floodlights, can lights, appliances, all topped off by helpful experts, It's easy to see why nobody else stacks up to Batteries Plus bulbs. Did I mention we also repair smartphones? Batteries Plus bulbs. Trust the plus.
Gizmo Guru has the largest selection of paintball guns and accessories. It's the only store that has its own field, so call them to plan your next party or event. They have the largest selections of airsoft guns in Central Texas. They also carry a large assortment of martial art equipment, swords, and knives. Ghost! We have the largest selection of ghost hunting equipment in Central Texas. Gizmo Guru, 3302 Franklin Avenue, Waco, Texas.
Joey asked if the man was here. Are you present? Speak. Let us talk to you. Is the man here? The one that we've seen several times?
Like it anyway.
Is there a child here? A young boy, a young girl?
Complicated subject like this.
Is there a man or a woman here? Are both of you here? Are you worried that we might do something to hurt you? Would you like to talk to Joey?
The person here that chased Nate out the door. Is there someone here that opened the oven door on my cook that night? Is the gentleman here that has been seen in the mirror and in the bar area?
In addition,
Interesting.
Is there more than just two people that like to be in this place? Are there 3 or 4 or more people? Is there anything that we can do for you? So you're not going to talk tonight? Ah, maybe you are going to talk tonight. Good. Can you touch that green light for us one more time? Okay, right now I'm feeling a lot of pins and needles. I feel like there's ants crawling all over my body. I feel warm. Joey's feeling the same thing. We don't know what that meaning behind that is, what the meaning of that is. Can you tell us?
I love you.
Well, we love you too. That was very nice. Now, was that a coincidence or do you really mean that?
I've got goosebumps really bad.
Joey's got goosebumps. I
I
have
know.
goosebumps. I feel warm and flushed.
I feel it in my cheeks.
Yeah. I don't feel sweaty. Do you feel sweaty?
No.
Okay.
I'm hot.
You're hot.
Yeah.
So Michael is a little hot. Is this an area that you like to stand in front of the window and look at people on the street down below?
You hear it? Yeah?
I didn't hear it. Do you like watching the young people as they gallivant around?
The goosebumps are gone.
I saw you.
My goosebumps are gone.
Something
The
came-
flush from my cheeks is gone too.
Something, yeah, same with me, something came through.
If you feel anything that feels like spider webs on your
Okay.
skin, or even if it's a muscle tick, or anything that you're feeling,
Okay,
just voice it.
okay. Well, the feeling I was having a minute ago is gone.
Yeah. You know, I'm not getting anything. You hear something?
You want to hear the footstep? Couldn't tell where it was coming from. I heard a.
So I just saw something down here.
Is that from the outside?
Got an IR light. And that's the girls. Sounds like they're in the bathroom. Yeah, I just saw an orb reflected in this.
Where y'all at? There's nobody in the building down in the lobby.
It just beeped up here too.
Yeah, I just,
My red just flashed up here.
yeah, I saw an orb right here.
Okay, you said that I heard a door.
They're in the green room. That's
They're down underneath there,
Always
they're at the
So
stage.
there's nobody here
no.
that could have made
But
that
here.
happen. Hello?
And I just got the really bad goosebumps again.
Yeah, this is the place that I just had my
Man,
K2, my
I have
K2's going up.
goosebumps all the way up and down legs, everything.
Okay, so when Elizabeth and I came in, this was the landing
That
at
thing's
the
going
top of the
crazy.
stairs for this section where we saw two shadowy figures standing.
That's background from
Yeah,
outside.
that's
Now, why is this thing blinking?
Hey, Mike, is that you transmitting this walking?
The hell was that?
That's,
Yeah,
so
I
it wasn't,
really-
we don't have an ice machine up here. Oh, that may be the third floor ice machine. But this thing's
Yeah, it won't stop.
going bananas.
Okay, back up. Let's go back up the stairs. Okay, whoa, now come back down again.
Come down to the landing.
Okay, stop. Whatever it is in these last 3 or 4 steps here.
And I went down 2 steps, came back up, and I got the
He's
goosebumps
not-
again.
Are you getting in? Okay,
Yeah.
okay, move this way. Okay, now move back toward the wall. Okay, what's on the other side of this wall?
That's what I need to go.
It's-
Is there a light? A light fixture? A junction?
On the other side of this wall right here is the T. Where y'all at?
We're right down here.
Is the T and the coffee maker.
Now it's gone.
Okay, nope.
Now we're back.
Is that the same steps?
Nope, I'm down one or 2 steps from where I was.
Okay, so this, I'm getting it more here. Hello?
Saying down here, Mike, there's nothing on the other side of this wall.
We continue to traverse the building, going from place to place. We haven't really been able to contact Spirit. all of our questions have not elicited a response, either an EMF or spirit box. We're hoping that we can pick up something on EVP. We're going to go to an area that's undergoing some renovation and construction. We'll sit up there and we'll be right back.
Will Jeff and Joey find any spirits inhabiting the new construction area of the theater? Will Cindy and her team find any answers in the dressing rooms under the stage and the stage area? Join us for the next video of the investigation of the Historic Hippodrome in downtown Waco for the answers.
Are you experiencing any unexplainable noises or activity in your home or office? Or do you know someone who does? Please contact us at 254-749-5839, or you can email us at mcpi@live.com.